Hey everyone! I decided to upload clips of my subathon, my reactions, whatever. I do want to do more videos, I just don't have the time to make more scripted content. So, expect more reactions because I love doing them, and yeah, let's find out about Groundskeeper Willie. Okay. If my doggos can chill.
This is Groundskeeper Willie.
Yes.
He is the official groundskeeper of Springfield Elementary, also pitching in as janitor,
Oh.
French teacher,
Oh.
and protector
Sacre
of
bleu.
the wee turtles. He has built a rich life for himself at school, with his beloved red tractor,
Aw.
his rustic shack, and his nest egg of retirement grease.
I forgot how well built he is. Hey. Hi. Not his grease. Oh my god, I've been recently really binge watching Simpsons. Should I do like the 24-hour stream, like a marathon of a show? Have it be The Simpsons? That'd be so cute, right?
Willie has quite the temper, regularly lashing out at the school administration and the children. However, to unwind, he enjoys swimming,
Ooh.
wrestling wolves, and amateur videography.
Oh.
Despite these varied interests and his rock hard abs, Willie is deeply unpopular with the ladies.
Aww.
That is, until reuniting with Maisie, who he marries back in the old country. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, he's Scottish. Very, very Scottish.
Very Scottish.
This is the history of Groundskeeper Willie. You know, I was gonna do a Scottish accent there, but I didn't want to push my luck after the last video.
To the last? What happened in the last video? Yeah, wasn't it like the Tracy Ullman shorts?
Ach. But seriously, Groundskeeper Willie was so overdue for one of these. This guy has been a staple of Springfield Elementary for 3 decades, mixing it up with both the faculty and the kids. If you want to quickly inject some energy into a school scene,
Season 1?
just bring in Willie. What I really want to know with this guy is how much variation does he have with his jokes? We're going to get a lot of Scotland, a lot of tractors, a lot of fighting today. But how on earth do they keep this guy fresh? How many variations on kilts and bagpipe jokes?
I mean, from what I've seen, to there, I just have Simpsons running 24/7 on my TV, or my doggos. And like when I hop in, I'm like, oh my god, Willie, favorite character. Bam. Whenever I see him, Lenny, and Mo, I'm just like, and I'm gonna enjoy the scene.
Could there possibly be? As always, let's go back to the beginning to find out.
I say just like Nelson, but more rowdy.
Let's go back to the beginning to find out. Groundskeeper Willie first appeared in Season 2's Principal Charming.
Oh, he's a Season 2 character. Whoa.
Bart during his grass killer punishment. I love that this is his debut, that this evolutionary dead end of an episode produced such a prolific secondary character. Aside from the slightly higher-pitched voice, Groundskeeper Willie is fully formed right out the gate. He gets dumped on by Bart, put to work by Skinner, and holds a grudge, declaring at the end, "I told you you'd be back." In the DVD commentary, the writers said that they sarcastically waved goodbye to this guy at the time, expecting him to be a one-off.
Okay.
He didn't appear again the rest of the season. However, clearly they changed their minds between production cycles, as he immediately became a recurring character in Season 3. He slaps Edna and tells her to hold it together. He criticizes Homer's digging and hates Lisa's wacky sex.
I genuinely think he might be my favorite character. I really need to watch it more to have like more stuff to comment on, because I am a Simpsons fan. I'm not a Simpsons mega fan that I know a lot of stuff. Is that the lady?
Radio Bart introduces 2 important elements, his tractor and his muscular physique. He shows he can be a useful character in sounding the alarm and providing physical tools to the plot when needed. Separate Vocations shows off his angry side, when he threatens Bart after being arrested for the unforgivable crime of burning leaves. And in Bart the Lover, we hear rumblings about his personal life. Edna says, "I'm not even going to tell you what that guy's into." Oh, you don't have to tell us, Edna.
What do you mean?
That's what this video series is about. Thus far, Willie's always had that accent, But it's really season 4 that leaned hard into his Scottish heritage. We get jokes where he's working a haggis booth, is wearing his kilt during parent-teacher
Wait. Okay, sorry. I just realized that all the episodes I've seen yesterday were all season 4, because I remember all of this.
Conference night says, "Back to the lock with you, Nessie," about Selma's tape. He's becoming a more outlandish personality, performing these random maintenance roles with more wit and panache.
Church.
Not only does he save Bart from a real-life wolf...
Is there a reason they made him hypermuscular? I mean, I'm not complaining.
He commiserates with it afterward and offers a drink. Willie is a gracious winner. Season 4 discovered the joy of pairing him with Skinner, giving him someone to bicker with. In Camp Krusty, he calls him a silk-wearing buttercup behind his back. In I Love Lisa, he blames Skinner for opening the last show with a fire drill, and then channels his inner Scotty, saying he can't water down the orange drink no more. In Whacking Day, he calls him a bath-taking, underwear-wearing lily hugger, and in the end, declares that he will turn in Skinner to the authorities at the first toll booth. We get some romance in this episode too, where Willie declares that he would marry his tractor if it didn't go against God. And then meets this Scottish lass, who finds his swimming pool rat story captivating.
And he never... she never appeared again. So my brain's bleh.
As an ignorant Yank, I am going to assume that this is how Scots talk dirty to each other.
Ooh.
However, all of this was a mere warm-up for the David Merkin era, in which Willie got his time to shine. This was a very action-packed couple of years for him that highlighted his aggressiveness and rage. He's telling everyone that he'll kill all of them and burn the town down, not caring that his mic is on. He'll yell at Homer that he didn't sign up for the orange eating class. After dazzling the crowd with his Scottish luxury and his penis, he lashes out at Skinner for using him. He puts 17 bullets into his mule for not walking in the mud. Even when teaching French, he's calling them cheese-eating surrender monkeys. I think what's cool about this era is that they started actually featuring Willie, getting him actively involved in plots. Like, he is one of the biggest stars of The Simpsons' 100th episode, with "Grease me up, woman, make way for Willie," and the entire event sequence. This is an absolutely ludicrous premise for a scene, and thank God we have a character like Willie who can execute it. In Treehouse of Horror 5...
A time where he's in regular is not one where I want to be. Exactly, chicken. I don't want to watch it if it doesn't have him in it. I think he really makes every scene better. I mean, to be fair, there's no character I dislike in The Simpsons. Quick. Who is your least Simpsons regular? I don't know. What? Oh my God, what are the names? Todd and something? Ned Flanders kids. I don't know. I just don't find them too funny. I don't want any damn vegetables. This is the only thing I can remember from them.
5, arguably the best Treehouse of Horror, Willie gets the best joke in the whole thing, getting axed in the back 3 times. I like how this one highlights how Willie's not just a hothead. He can be an ally who provides a bit of exposition.
He's the friendliest
For example,
adult.
that 4 to 5 is Willie time. In Homer Badman, he actually saves the day in the end. You see, like every Scottish person, he enjoys videotaping couples in cars together. I would criticize this, but I don't want to be culturally insensitive to a country of perverts. Anyway, arguably, Who Shot Mr. Burns wouldn't have happened if it weren't for Willie striking oil in the basement. Although maybe the whole thing is Super Dude's fault. Either way, he totally flies off the handle about not getting his crystal slop bucket and losing his job,
he got
threatening to wound that Mr. Smithers. He's also too superstitious to get a job at the cemetery, but I don't know if that is actually true. What is true is that Willie probably didn't shoot Mr. Burns, due to getting arthritis from Space Invaders. He also dazzles the cops with his Scottish luxury and his penis. It seemed that incoming showrunners were keen on featuring this guy, as early in season 7, he gets one of his most iconic...
I really hope that he keeps his, importance in later seasons. I think I haven't watched an episode after season 15. To be fair, I just now started watching Simpsons at all.
iconic spotlights ever, playing the Freddy Krueger role
I
in
watched the movie a lot, though.
2004-06.
Isn't it a new one coming out?
He's so amazing in this.
That's so cool.
The
Yes.
horrifying way Skinner lets him burn, his ominous Latin reading, and the way he kills Martin. Do not touch Willie. The awesome monster transformations at the climax.
Yeah.
Oddly enough,
I literally can't say anything. Literally, this episode is playing on my TV right now, and I saw this bit. That's why when I'm like, oh yeah, let me be playing my doggos, I was like struggling with them, and then I just, ooh, Simpsons, let me watch for a couple minutes.
this is basically the last Treehouse of Horror he really gets featured in.
No!
They'll occasionally kill him off quickly in memorable ways and whatnot.
Because he's too
But
good.
for Halloween stuff, Willie shined brightly for 2 seasons and then faded away.
Aww.
Unfortunately, this was true for the rest of the Oakley and Weinstein era, where he only showed up in smaller one-off roles. Like, he totally sits out 22 short films, is one of the only Springfield Elementary folks who doesn't say goodbye, and gets basically nothing as one of Springfield's baggy pants players. This era was more about smaller jokes or putting him to work when the plots need it. He does participate in 2 angry mobs, wanting to harvest the toilet from the Maison Derriere, and to kill the monster, Mr. Burns.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I remember that. Sorry, I literally, I feel like a little kid going like, wait, I remember that. Why? Oh.
Principal Skinner is absolutely awful to Willie during this era. In Much
When
Ado
is
About
he
Nothing,
not?
when Willie tries defending Uter, Skinner shoos him away. And in Lisa's date with Density, he demeans his job right in front of him and forces him to teach Nelson how Willie waters. No wonder Willie doesn't care about Skinner barricading himself in the school. We get a few key pieces of Groundskeeper Willie lore during this era. One, that he
I think they started swapping their relationship with Superintendent, right? Super Nintendo Charmers.
was once the ugliest man in Glasgow and was engaged to Sherry Bobbins. 2, he does an amazing
Who's Sherry
rendition of
Bobbins?
Maniac. And 3, that he lives in...
Wait, sorry. I'll write it for
2, he does an amazing ugliest man in Glasgow and was engaged to Sherry Bobbins.
Sherry Bobbins? Sneeze, sorry. It's like a gunshot went off. But cannot find.
2, he does an amazing rendition of Maniac. And
Ooh.
3, that he lives in a shack. Aw,
Willie's
it's the
shack.
debut of Willie's Shack. Here's where we
Where's their
discover that
chocolate?
Willie hated Santa's little helper and ate the mess that he left on the rug. Or something like that.
Ew!
Clearly, the next showrunner, Mike Scully, saw a character who had been wasting away and got old Willie back involved again.
Ooh.
Season 9 opened with smaller roles, like getting disrespected in The Principal and the Pauper, yelling at little Bart to get off the grass, and accelerating a soccer riot. But later, he gets key roles in The Joy of Sect and Girly Edition. In the first example, he's part of the resistance against the Movementarians, offering to kidnap, deprogram, and kill, and later calling the Reverend a noodle-armed choir boy. Unfortunately, his interrogation...
Isn't that the one where Marge just like had the dream that Bart and Homer went to a different heaven? Wait, but then she was so okay with Lisa being Buddhist, right? Weird.
skills have not improved since season 5. In Girly Edition, he serves as the final antagonist. Earlier in the story, he took Bart's skateboard and then had his shack creamed in response.
What the
So
fuck?
during the ending, he tries getting his
I love
revenge
to
by
cream
killing
him.
Bart.
What?
He declares
Shack.
he is temporarily insane right here, but I'm not so sure. Either way, Lisa's powerful rhetoric defeats him.
Ooh.
Then, in the season 10 premiere, Willie makes his triumphant return to the Springfield Elementary vents, fighting it out with Homer over his retirement grease. Willie declares he's from North Kilt Town, but somehow Homer doesn't believe his lies. In general, the Scully era was good about showing different aspects of his personality.
Why is he scratching himself?
It wasn't all
get it,
manual
though.
labor and bagpipe jokes. He tries his hand at stand-up comedy, he goes to a
Wah,
sci-fi
wah.
convention wearing a Chewbacca shirt, and plays basketball with the
Chewie.
boys, showing off his Scottish
I
luxury
cannot
and
do
penis.
accents. Ooh.
Willie seems to relish his job at the school these days.
And his penis.
Giving a proud thumbs up, or blushing about his cinnamon-tinged sawdust and his
Ew.
whipping skills. Nobody
Aw.
slaps their Willie around during this era. Except for Willie at internet cafes. Well, until he finds out that's actually him under that kilt. Willie even gets to travel to Scotland to hunt the Loch Ness Monster. We do briefly meet his parents and hear about the pool table that he was born and raised on. His father still being alive does contradict a couple of episodes, where he said that he was hanged for stealing a pig and his body was thrown into a bog.
Maybe it's his stepdad.
So we must conclude that Willie is lying to Super Dude's corpse for some reason. Either way, I can feel the love between these three. Really, the only exception to the good times is when Carjacker Willie gets falsely arrested in The Great Money Caper and tries murdering many Simpsons regulars. But other than that attempted killing spree, these were the good times for Willie.
Wait.
However, the party is over for him when Al Jean takes the reins again in season 13.
The dirty.
I don't know why there's a tone shift between showrunners for a stereotype like Willie, but the teen years lived up to its name and preferred the more fiery and defiant Willie. Here he is duking it out with his sworn enemy Seamus. In an anthology episode, he shows his pride by capturing a little girl, and in a regular episode, he's flying off the handle at her for big timing him. He sharpens his knife, declaring that this is the year that Skinner is gonna get it.
Question, when did the movie come out? Wait. When did the movie come out versus when did, like, what's the season? What was the Simpsons season when the movie came out? I don't know why I want to know this. Like, I just kind of want to. 2007. Simpsons season in 2007. Season 19? Is that correct?
Or how about his lengthy speech talking about how brothers and sisters are natural enemies, just like Scots and other
Scots and the Scots?
Damn Scots, they ruined Scotland. When he loses his screw you money, he says screw you to Skinner anyway. Or in other episodes, he's fighting a donkey, bossing around assistant groundskeeper Skinner, and getting into a war with Ice Age squirrels. Willie is such an aggro maniac now, he literally tries to suck the oxygen out of Moe's lungs.
Ooh.
Although, I get why he's so hot-headed, because this era is not very nice to him.
Aww.
How is it that the Scully era, full of jerkassery and pain gags, treated Willie as a king, and then Al Jean comes along and makes him his whipping boy? Let's do a Singin' in the Rain parody. Here comes the acid rain. Now we're doing Field of Dreams. Let's have him catch glass shards on his tongue. Now let's meet his cousin, Gravedigger Billy.
Gravedigger Billy?
Betrayal. Now let's have Willie attend another sci-fi convention.
I want to do a Gravedigger Billy cosplay.
He's
Wait. Gravedigger Billy. Oh my god, of course in that game. Why does Tap Tout have every single character? Holy shit.
About to be assaulted. This guy can't even ride a skateboard without repeatedly tumbling down the stairs. He's even punished for trying to use the water fountain, for God's sake. Gone are the days where he's happily unclogging a toilet. Now he's laying down in a pile of puke for Fat Tony's kid. In fact, in the season 16 finale, they do an entire opening sequence all about shitting on Willie. For the medieval fair, they make him the village idiot, putting a bunch of gunk on his face and having the kids throw stuff at him.
I think he made a video on this.
I don't blame him for sabotaging the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because Skinner is just awful to him. In a later episode, Willie tries striking with the kids in solidarity and is immediately fired with loss of pension.
Damn.
I'm so glad that he gets his revenge during the Mutiny on the Bounty parody, because Skinner deserved to be set adrift several times by now. This is officially an anti-Skinner video.
Fuck Skinner, literally.
They loved sprinkling in the darker elements of Willie's personality during this era. In The Dad Who Knew Too Little, Dexter Colt says that he's the spitting image of the Aberdeen Strangler. In The President Wore Pearls, Chalmers describes him as an escaped mental patient they hired, and later Willie tells them of an Edinburgh coal mine collapse in which no one got out, not even Willie.
What?
Later that same season,
he
runs over a ball, thinking that he shredded another kid. In The Departed, he acts as a double agent, betraying Bart at the climax. Rats within rats. Even when the two are in peril and must work together, Willie suggests jamming the blades with his spine. In other episodes, he's dragging Goofy off to the gas chamber.
Yuck. Oh my gosh, I think that's the creepiest thing I've ever seen. I hate the unhook Goofy. They yucked his yuck.
chamber, trying to kill Martin again, or being decapitated and being forced to clean up his blood. It's almost as if they turned Willie into Mo around this time.
Oh!
Where he's calling himself a wall-eyed misfit bastard.
That's such a good point.
And bitterly complaining about women pepper spraying him.
Oh.
Now, to be fair to the teen seasons, this is where Willie gets his first full spotlight episode.
Oh!
Season 17's My Fair Laddie. Even this is kind of a Mo-coded story.
I forgot.
With
like his unibrow, it doesn't look like he's bald, but he is.
Willie getting a full makeover. However, this one puts more emphasis on Willie's values, with him missing his old life after his shack is destroyed and he gets a fancy new job.
Ooh.
It puts a positive spin on the character.
Okay, wait. I remember watching this. Why do I remember watching it? It was weird way to try to re-educate him, make him more human from his beast. Like, well, it had weird vibes. All I'm gonna say, it had a weird vibes when I watched it.
That he truly loves his humble life.
Lisa.
Also, this is his first team up with Lisa. Put a pin in this one for now. To be clear, there are several easygoing Willie appearances during this era. It wasn't all death and bitterness.
He's better than human.
They would let Willie do shtick and play to the camera.
He's Scottish.
But it's quite evident that this
I love
is
that.
someone
He's better than human. He's Scottish. Scotland forever. Exactly.
They bring out for a fight. Someone's gonna get knocked out when Willie shows up.
Damn.
Thankfully, season 20 and the rest of the HD era isn't just a bunch of Willie beatings, episode after episode. These later years were more apt to explore his background and show off more of his.
Wait, isn't that like Lisa's rival? Oh my gosh. Stop looking at me like that. Ah! She alien.
These later years were more apt to explore his background and show off more of his skills.
Oh.
So let's take a short break from those beatings and find out what modern Simpsons taught us about this guy.
Scottish MP.
Although previous details of his history have been sketchy and inconsistent, here's where we get his origins in Springfield Elementary and his employment history. According to Willie, he's not originally from Glasgow or Edinburgh, but instead from Kirkwell and Orkney. His father was an Ooper and his mother was a Dooney.
Okay.
These are Scottish things, from my understanding.
Real deal.
According to season 20's Lisa the Drama Queen, he was originally Scottish things.
Would it disappear outside of Mythbusters? Because this is like the Myth Busted. True?
From my understanding. According to season 20's Lisa the Drama Queen, he was originally William McDougall, but was renamed Groundskeeper Willie at Ellis Island. This didn't stop him from defying his namesake, instead getting hired at the school as swim teacher Willie. However, after a diabolical prank is pulled on Skinner, he gets demoted to groundskeeper, and the pool is closed forever.
But it's not his...
Later, he participates in Skinner and Chalmers' scheme to cover up the missing grant money, building and photographing the fake classrooms. He supposedly killed a Welshman at some point.
It was better off with 4 fewer Welshmen.
As well as a smart-mouthed playground kid. In season 32, he tells us about falling for a woman named Lily back in Scotland, who has now traveled to America to torment Homer and Marge's relationship.
Wait, what?
Willie's love life is generally a chaotic mess during HD Simpsons, which is really saying something for this series. Things start out well in season 20, where it turns out that his girlfriend actually is a Swedish bikini model.
Oh.
I presume he dumped her in favor of his job. The following year, he's forced to lock lips with Skinner during a skit.
Why is he just like Bart? This was weird. Was he weird? This was weird.
Skit lasts several hours, exhausting both of them.
What?
I have no idea if Chalmers got what he wanted out of this.
Oh, I think he did.
In season 22, we hear that Edna and Chalmers hooked up only after she rebounded from Willie. I guess she decided to try out whatever he's into. He went to a dating seminar, describing himself as someone who gets drunk and kills squirrels.
I saw him. I was like, "Is that Anal Musk again?" Ew.
He once romanced lunch lady Doris in a scheme to sabotage an Easter celebration, because he's a Scottish Old Believer Presbyterian and he hates the holiday. In season 30, everyone allows a con woman to rebound to him, knowing that she'll be disappointed when they find out he's broke. And finally, in season 35, Willie reunites with Maisie, a former love back in Scotland, and the two of them actually
It
get
would have been cute if she was the person from, like, the first couple seasons, right?
married.
Aw.
Yeah, that's right, all you lapsed Simpsons fans. They married Groundskeeper Willie off. Back in Scotland,
What?
Willie was an expert peat sniffer, working for Maisie's family, and they quickly fell in love.
Aw.
Her family didn't approve, so they were going to elope, but Maisie was manipulated by her family into never showing. The family
Poor
still
Willie.
secretly disapproves and is only using Willie for his nose again. However, thanks to his best friend Bart, the family scheme is exposed, and Maisie proves her love by repeatedly breaking his nose.
Hell yeah.
It's a very relatable romance.
Honestly.
Oh, and the show did sort of stick to the continuity change,
Wait,
as
really?
she appears again playing Scottish Scrabble in season 37.
Aw.
Wow, Willie really did get the Mo trajectory, getting a serious love interest who we
That
see
never
once every
appears
couple
again.
years or so.
Yeah.
That's Modern Simpsons' version of a continuity change.
Yay.
I glossed over it a bit, but Willie and Bart become best friends for this one episode,
Really?
sharing a bond over pranks.
Aw.
It's kind of a strange duo because these two have historically had a very contentious relationship.
I mean, I don't know if it's ever been.
These later years, we'll have a couple
Has
good
it been
times here or
bad?
there, like destroying a stump together and when Bart gets him a rabbit, who he will treasure forever.
Aw.
But generally, HD Simpsons continue portraying them as adversaries. Willie's the one dropping off Bart and the bullies for their arduous hike through the Highlands. Willie's coaching Bart's basketball team, but quits due to all the showboating, going back to his
God,
love of
skip.
drowning gophers. Willie conspires to humiliate him, and Bart gets his revenge by shaving off his mustache and gluing a mask to his face.
Ew.
These two do put aside their
Horrific.
differences in this one, though. Bart inspires both a prank
Skin
and
is a
Willie drinking
wanker.
again. The more interesting development is the Willie and Lisa duo
Ooh.
again.
What's
The
his,
more-
oh my god, what's this character's name? I love his fit. I really want to cosplay him. It's because it's just a skull shirt and a beanie and like that haircut? Yes. Is it easy? Yes.
Interesting development is the Willie and Lisa duo, building on their season 17 team up.
Oh.
We don't see them interact that much, but Willie becomes a helpful ally in certain Lisa stories in
Aw.
these later years. For example, she discovers he's an apiarist, and he explains to her about the bees dying.
Be Aldrin, be Arthur.
Later that same season, he just cannot kill her in the Snow White parody, and probably the best joke of the whole episode. In season 26's Mathlete's Feet, technology takes over the school, and a Roomba becomes Willie's supervisor. Lisa sees his old-school calculation methods, and it inspires her to suggest turning Springfield Elementary into a Waldorf school. Willie teaches the kids math
What's a
using
Waldorf school?
earthworms in his tractor, and actually connects with the kids. He even becomes the school's math team coach.
Aw.
In the end, Lisa is very disturbed by his sheep hanging story, but compliments him for the great things he did.
Cute.
In other episodes, Willie helps the kids with their various schemes.
Mhm.
In season 27, he infiltrates a Knockers
Whoa.
restaurant to drill into the basement to find an invention.
Damn, look at his
And he
legs.
helps Lisa show off their discovery. In season 31, he helps them break into an aquarium to free a whale. Turns out in the summertime,
absolutely
Willie
love
likes
him.
working there because the fish don't make fun of him. Also, yes, I realize he's helping Bart here too.
Mm-hmm.
But come on,
What?
they're freeing a whale.
It.
Who's really spearheading this operation?
I mean, wait a second.
Come on.
Wait a second.
They're freeing a whale. Who's
Okay. I mean, to be fair, Bart is also really animal friendly.
really
like,
spearheading this operation?
Who had an elephant?
Then in other episodes, he's giving her advice on how to deal with lazy parents and offering a sympathetic ear about two boys liking her. He provides a history lesson about Scottish flower thistles, which is helpful somehow. You know, going into this
Cool.
project, I didn't expect to find a Willie and Lisa friendship, but these two work surprisingly well together. Willie's such a salt-of-the-earth guy who loves nature, so the two share a common interest. They're both outsiders among the Springfield Elementary crowd.
Cute.
So the brash, hot-headed Willie ends up being a great character foil for a neurotic thinker like Lisa.
Oh my god, true. Sorry, I
Is
didn't
this
think
the
about
secret
that.
to good Lisa scenes? Just surround her with all the fiery characters? Alright, now that that's all complete,
Does Bart count
let's
as
get
that?
back to the Willie beating.
Whoa, no.
Okay. The HD era is not as bad as the teen era in this respect.
Okay.
They only occasionally kick around
Nice.
Willie.
No.
Like in one episode, he gets stampeded by the kids, and they do a whole Titanic homage with his mop. He gets forced into nude modeling after entering to take out the trash.
That's okay.
After severe gambling losses, he has to pay rent to the brutal slumlord Uter. The kids lie to him about playing rugby, leaving him wondering, where's me scrum?
Aww.
His shack gets destroyed again in season 28, as well as his beloved photos. A nicotine-addled Nibbles brutally attacks him. He gets swarmed by hornets, demanding they fight him like a man. Away from the school, he fails auditions for Duffman, Cheech and Chong, and Marge's Jebediah Springfield musical. And in a treehouse of horror, he cuts off his
Chainsaw Man? Chainsaw Willie.
Honestly though, that's not all that bad by Willie's standards. In fact, these later seasons did give him more opportunities to bite back. He may have cut off his arms in one treehouse, but he has Chalmers between his blades in another.
Cut his head off.
In the Surfsons, he returns to his slave-driving roots, and later insists that the afterlife is like snakes eating your eyes, but it feels good. In less fantastical setups, they give him opportunities to get back at Skinner. Like he tells him, I guess there are some stones in your leaf bag after all. Skinner got Flanderized to be even more pathetic in these later years, especially post-Edna, so we did get fewer instances of him slapping his Willie around. The biggest problem with these two is that they lost Willie's insulting wordplay. Willie still openly disrespects him, but it'll be stuff like calling him a loser or pathetic to his face. Where are my classic Willie turns of phrase? Willie is supposed to dazzle us with his adverbs and adjectives. I think it's really important that Groundskeeper Willie is written with a lot of personality, because overall, his utilization is extremely narrow in scope. They basically only use Willie for a handful of situations, typically being paired with Principal Skinner.
It's interesting that such a character would expect to be one-off. I mean, a lot of those characters are like, I would expect this to be a one-off character, but they just continued. Like, both of the side shows, right? Christy. I mean, the B character, right? Like, oh, you're regular.
Superintendent Chalmers, Bart, or Lisa. Seeing him with another oddball, like the Sea Captain, is quite refreshing, because Willie doesn't get out much.
I love the Sea Captain.
He literally lives at the school.
Adore him.
He's not a man of the crowd like Sideshow Mel, or someone who can show up anywhere like Chief Wiggum. He's not friends with Homer, like the Moe's Bar Gang. His relationship tree is extremely small. Honestly, I've always found the ending of Homer Badman kind of weird, and I think this might be why. It's like, oh, Willie, what are you doing here? You're not allowed to leave the school. At the beginning, I wondered how much joke variety there is with this guy over the course of 30 plus years.
Is there?
And the answer is not very much. Despite those limitations, I have come to the conclusion that Groundskeeper Willie is basically a god. This guy rules. Yeah, I know he's probably murdered people, but isn't that what gods do anyway? I've really come to appreciate the amount of passion and energy he brings to every single scene. There's nothing passive about him. He's always gonna go out there and do it. He's gonna try to save the wee turtles. I admire his hardworking spirit, that he finds quiet comfort in the wee turtles.
I'm glad my favorite character has good values. Ignore the child murdering bit and wish murdering bit.
I admire his hardworking spirit, that he finds quiet comfort in his blue-collar work and his humble life in his shack. I find myself wishing that the world would give this guy a break once in a while. But unlike other put-upon characters like Squeaky Voice Teen or Sideshow Mel, Willie actually fights back. He stands up for himself, he seeks revenge, he gets drunk and does some stupid shit.
Does no fight back?
In one episode, he'll rush in and save the day like a badass. In another, he's trying to kill you. He's this big, chaotic ball of energy. He's basically the Donald Duck of the series. And who doesn't love Donald Duck?
Exactly. Oh my
Willie has such a big, boisterous personality that it honestly doesn't matter that he's only used for Springfield Elementary stuff. Springfield Elementary is his kingdom, and I wouldn't dare ask the king to leave his throne. Also, after rewatching that season 35 episode, I kind of want to go to Scotland now. This whole research project, I've been like, wait, do I love Scotland?
Wait, do I love Scotland?
Because Willie is that dynamic of a character. Look forward to my Scottish...
I like them watching Willie makes you love Scotland, which I get.
Travel vlog later because of this video. Let me know in the comments what you think of Groundskeeper Willie, and...
Sorry. love her fit. Excuse me? Heck yeah.
And your favorite moments of his. Do you think Willie is a misunderstood genius or a drunken buffoon? Do you have an explanation for why his tractor is spelled Willy instead of IE like his name? Did those damn Scots?
Because, I mean, thinking of a good reason. I think he saw a tractor that's named Willie. He's like, that's my name. Similar to my name. Oh, I'd marry you if it wasn't against God.
Ruined Scotland. I have so many questions. As for the next Simpsons histories, I'm going to wipe the slate of nominations clean. Willie absolutely dominated the comment section last time. You all were thirsty for some Willie. So feel free to nominate whatever wacky
Willie's
Simpsons
Willie.
character you want to see next. Please, a more minor character next time. I watched so many Willie episode appearances that by the end of it, I was developing a Scottish accent.
Be good.
So as always, thanks for watching.
Thank you for making the video. Honestly, I love it so much. I love this creator. Everyone, please go follow them. Let me look in chat really quick before I forget. Watch the video and sub to Girly Gems. Yay! Wait, it's 2 days ago. Wow, I missed it. Anyways, yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I'll try to make videos again soon. And, yeah, is that a slime? Is there a slime in Deltarune? Oh. Neat.